past weekend we had a sick CrossFit competition out in McKinsey, Tennessee. It was at Bethel University, and we took 3 different teams out there. And my teammate Harrison we've done some competition together before, but the other 4 guys, it was either their first time or they hadn't done anything in 10 years. So it's pretty awesome to be a part of a group of dudes that were wanting to get after it and hadn't done anything like that in 10 years. So it was awesome. We actually ended up taking first place in our division, which was pretty sweet, Harrison and I. And I've got some of the events laid out that I'm going to go over just to do a little recap and just to show how like having overall fitness is what matters, because there was different skills throughout the competition. There was a swim event, max rep clean and jerk. So already right off the bat, we're testing a 15-minute swim event. It was a 60-calorie ski, 200-meter swim, and you did that for 3 rounds. So pretty good endurance test and the skill of swimming. Then we had a max clean and jerk to be done in 5 minutes, and then you went directly into an 800-meter run, into some other, what was it? It was some burpees and some double unders. So you have the skill of maxing out, running very fast, burpees and double unders. So this has been a fantastic test through of fitness. And then we had some handstand walks and some sandbag work. So absolutely awesome event, great test of fitness. I love when competitions are able to test power output, strength, endurance, and skills. And I felt like I got an opportunity to really highlight what we do at K-Squared Fitness, and that's have good programming that can prepare you for competitions, or if you just want to get pretty good at a lot of different skill sets and not have any holes in your fitness. Because when I first started this whole CrossFit journey years ago, I was terrible at top end strength. I had really good endurance and a good engine, but I wasn't used to heavy strength training. So then I got pretty strong, and then my conditioning dropped. And I've played with over the years programming that will allow you to be very well rounded in your fitness. And throughout the events, we took first, second, and then we finished on a first. So we absolutely dominated. Super excited to have my teammate Harrison. It was actually his first competition, which is why we were in the intermediate division. So next year, I'll definitely encourage him to do the RX division. And fitness for me and doing these competitions is always about trying to build someone up and bring someone with me. When I do individual competitions, I always do them RX, but part of what I do is trying to encourage people to get outside their comfort zone. So if they're not at that high level and they're not going to do it, well, that doesn't make any sense for the sport and the community. The goal is to get people to do things. So that's why I was in that division. I was asking everyone throughout the competition, like, what do you think of whenever you're being challenged and you're really embracing the suck? And the thing that I walked away with the most was this quote from my teammate, and he said, let me get this right. He said, "A moment of pain is worth a lifetime of glory." It was from this movie that I haven't seen, or this book that I haven't read, called Unbroken. And it was this guy at the time who had run the fastest final lap of the 1-mile time trial. And he was talking about how much pain you're in during that final lap and pushing that mile. And he got to meet someone that I guess he looked up to at the time. And because he embraced the pain, he got a lifetime of glory by getting to meet someone that was really special to him. So I'm going to take that into my training on a weekly basis, define what that glory looks like for me, and what does embracing the suck and taking on the challenge, and in that moment, embracing that pain to get some type of satisfaction or a feeling of completion or winning something or achieving something. So I really like that. And I just wanted to cap off with encouraging you guys, if you're wanting to get stronger, improve your gymnastics proficiency, and kind of become a more well-rounded athlete, improving your mobility, all the different things that go into having a good CrossFit programming. On Monday, we're kicking off a new training cycle, and I was kind of reviewing some of the things that we're going to be going over. We're going to be working on top in back squat strength. So last training cycle, we worked on building muscular endurance, and now we're going to use that muscular endurance that we built, and we're going to apply that to top end strength back squat. If you're new around here, our training cycles are 7 weeks long, and depending on where we're at in the competition season, it might look like week 1, we kind of gather some data. We're taking some tests. Weeks 2 through 6, we'll do some progressive overload training, Week 1 might be 70%, week 2, 75%, just taking you through different skills and increasing percentages so that we can create physical adaptation. And then on week 7, what doesn't get tested doesn't get measured. So we test and then we retest to see what's working and how your body responds to that so that we can continue to adapt and create a training program that's best for you and your needs. So we work on top end strength. We're going to be cycling between barbell, squat cleans, and power snatches. One day is going to be a little bit heavier, and another day is going to be working on an EMOM and working on some barbell cycling. We are always working on gymnastics proficiency. I'm a huge believer in our program that the better you are at gymnastics, the better that you can get into strong positions in both handstands, core strength, and strength on the pull-up bar. You're going to be a lot better athlete in everything else that you do. So we're huge onto that. We'll also be providing daily mobility virtual classes. So every day, if you want to work on your mobility, if you got tight ankles, tight hips, poor overhead position, there's a 15-minute class that's available every day. And then also also cardiovascular monostructural training, where if you want to improve your engine, we've got all that. All that to say, there's a ton of great stuff going on. There's a new training cycle that's kicking off on Monday. And if you're new to the K-Square Fitness program, your first 7 workouts are free. So if you head over to the link down below, I'll put a link to our to get plugged in, and you'll get your first week free. If you have any questions, as soon as you sign up, it'll trigger an email to me, let me know that you've signed up, and then we can get on a call and I can answer any questions that you have. But sweet competition this weekend. Can't wait to sign up for the next thing. I'll catch you in the next one.